She was co-Hearst. Friends of Patty Hearsts are hoping that the Me Too movement finally brings peace to the infamous heiress. On Friday, CNN plans to launch a podcast hosted by Jeffrey Toobin and Brian Stelter called Patty Has a Gun: The Life and Crimes of Patricia Hearst. It's part of a PR blitz to promote their February 11th documentary series about the heiress' 1974 involvement with the Symbionese Liberation Army terror organization. She still calls Jeffrey Toobin an emotional rapist, says a source close to Hearst, who's now 63 years old and resides in Upper Manhattan. Hearst first made that claim against Toobin in 2016 when the CNN analyst wrote American Heiress: The Wild Saga of the Kidnapping, Crimes and Trial of Patty Hearst. In 1974, Hearst, a 19-year-old art student, was abducted by the far left-wing SLA, at which time she says she was beaten, and brainwashed, then forced to help the group a San Francisco bank. She was convicted of that crime in 1976 and sentenced to 35 years in prison, which President Carter commuted to 22 months. In his last day in office, in 2001, President Clinton pardoned her altogether. According to one Hearst associate, she feels CNN is being tone-deaf. She figured the 40-year news cycle was over, we're told. In this time of Me Too and Time's Up, they're basically calling her brutal kidnapping a rollicking affair. Hearst has admitted that Toobin, who says the situation isn't that cut and dry, asked her to tell her side of the story in his 2016 book and she declined. Our insider said that if CNN chose to make a film based on Hearst's 1982 memoir Every Little Thing, it would be more timely in this era, when women are telling their own stories of victimization. Though Hearst, whose family is worth $28 billion, doesn't need that either, we're told. She doesn't want to revisit that unhappy time in her life, says our spy. Here she is, a grown woman, she shows prize-winning French bulldogs, raised 2 lovely daughters, her life is beyond together, and here we go again. Last week, Fox announced it had cancelled a biopic about Hearst based on Toobin's book after she penned an open letter asking both CNN and Fox to stop reopening old wounds. It's no secret that I was abducted, and tortured at 19, she said in that missive. What followed was a series of events that were the direct result of a child having been destroyed both inside and out. A CNN rep says that all programming will go ahead as scheduled. With Brian Nemitz.